boy. I hope you're all having a good morning. I hope. So. All having a good morning. Oops, sorry. Alright, sorry. I don't want to echo. So, Mother is officially on life support right now. And we have... Well, I had to make a decision tonight, and I didn't want to make that decision, but I had to. She will not be resuscitated if her heart fails. She will not be resuscitated. Right now, they are doing everything they can, but everything is at max. I mean, everything is at max. But her oxygen intake is still at 87%. And the blood in her... The oxygen in her blood is even lower. Right now, it can go either way, and there's nothing more they can do. It's up to her now. She is in a medically induced coma. But right now, they're more worried about her lungs. So they're starting with her lungs, and then they're going to worry about everything else after that. I've not been to bed. I just got back from the hospital. I did have to also do a couple of other things as well. So this is how I'm going to explain to you what happened while I was at the hospital. Maybe it'll make sense to some people, maybe it won't. You know, this is what happened at the hospital. If she comes out of it, she will not be coming home. Listening to the doctors, and I do mean doctors, not doctor. There are several doctors working on her right now. You have her regular doctor, you have the pulmonary doctor, you have the respiratory doctor, and then you have, I guess, what could be described as the infection doctor to handle the bacterial infection and the pneumonia. If she makes it out of this, there is literally no way she can come home. But there is no way that she can go to an assisted living facility. she will be basically going to a 24-hour medical care facility. That's pretty much what they told me. So it doesn't matter what I want or what she wants. Right now, it's what's best for her quality of life. And given that what she is going to be like when she gets out of this, she is going to be too weak. She probably won't be able to take care of herself. And granted, what is going on right now, they don't see any other choice than to do that. While I was there, the night nurse that is working on her, he's a whole nother can of worms. But the night nurse that is working on her right now pretty much said that she was fine earlier today. She was a little bit out of breath, but she was sitting up, she was talking, and then she crashed. Like literally, she crashed. There are things in place right now which are getting the ball rolling in case, I know she's going to pull out of it, but I have to talk about what ifs, the just in case. So things were decided tonight. While I'm groggy as hell, tired, I'm cranky, I'm angry. And I'm angry. No, you know what? I am angry. I am going to say it. I am fucking angry right now. I am so angry. I did everything in the book to get my mother to move around. I have tried everything in my power to get her to be active, to be more in tune with what is going on. And every time I tried to do something to get her to even do one thing, she'd make an excuse. Or she would argue back with me. I'm angry that no matter what I did, it just seemed like it wasn't enough. I'm angry at her for not taking her this seriously. And I'm angry at myself for not pushing her harder. I'm angry. I am so angry with everything. Why didn't she just move a few steps every day? Why didn't she just go out for a walk every day? Why didn't I push her harder to take better care of herself? I'm so fucking angry. I want to throw something. I want to punch something right now. Literally, I want to punch something. Like, why didn't she stay in the hospital longer when the doctor told her to? Why did she feel the need to come home so soon? Or to go to work and push herself even harder? Why? And I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say it like it is. Why did she feel the need to risk her health in a nursing home? Why did she feel the need to do this? I am so angry. I am so hurt. Why didn't she just do what was told of her? I didn't expect her to move a mountain. I just wanted her to cross a pond, a stream. That's all I was asking for. She risked her health for what? For what reason? What is so important about putting yourself in a position you know it's not good for you? What is so wrong with me wanting her to say, look, you worked for 50 something years. Stop it. Retire. Relax. What is so important about working yourself to the to literally the point she put herself in? And I'm sorry to say this, But right now, I think that's really freaking selfish of her. And that's how I feel. I know it's wrong, but that's how I feel. I think it was selfish that she risked herself for absolutely no reason. I don't get it. She wanted to feel needed. Well, I need her. I'm not ready to give her up yet. I am not ready for this. I'm not ready to say goodbye. I am not ready. I am not ready. I don't want her to go. I want her to be able to enjoy her golden years. These are her golden years. She should be able to enjoy herself. She should be laying on a table. She shouldn't be. She should be home right now, sitting in her chair doing a puzzle or playing cards or doing a craft. She should not be on a table. She shouldn't be. She should not be like this. I am so angry. I am so hurt. I am so hurt. I am so angry. I just want to go out and scream. I am not ready to be an orphan. I am not. And I am not ashamed to say that I am not ready to be an orphan. I want my mother. I don't care if that makes me a mama's boy. I don't care. I just want my mother. I want her back home. I want to argue with her. I want to yell at her like we did before. I want to banter with her. I want to be able to look at my phone and see her calling and going, oh my God, what does she want now? I want to hear her footsteps. I want to hear her screaming at the cat. She should not be like this. Oh my God. I just want her back. I just want her home. I want to be able to argue with her when we have to go out. Are you ready yet? I'll be ready when I'm ready. She should not be like this. She should be home. I Seeing her like that, I didn't realize just how vulnerable I am. And I'm not ready to be vulnerable, damn it! I am not ready for that. I am not ready. I am just so angry. I am not ready for this. I am not ready for this. She is supposed to grow. She is supposed to age. She is supposed to be here. She is supposed to live past 90. She is not to be on that table. I want to yell at her and scream, "What the fuck were you thinking? Why for once did you listen to anybody? Why in the first time in your life could you not listen to anybody around you?" Oh God. I just want to scream. Why do you have to be so stubborn? The fact is I'm okay living alone, but I don't want to be alone without my mother. I want to be able to call her up and go, "Hey, I need advice. Hey, how's your day going? Hey, what have you been up to?" I don't mind living on my own. I'm just not ready to give her up. I am not ready for this. I just want her back. I just want my mother back. I just don't get it. I don't. This is not how it should have been. Just to hear it. Just to hear the doctor go, there's nothing more we can do. It's all up to her now. God damn it, you better fucking fight. You have fought more in your life for a lot of things. You better be fucking fighting right now. I wish I wish I could give her a little bit of my life just so I could have another year or two with her. Uh, I am not ready to give up. Nope. I'm not ready to. I was there, and the entire time, everybody is asking me, "Oh, what's going to happen to you? What's going to happen to you? What are you going to do?" And it's like, what do you mean, what am I going to do? Like, I'm supposed to have some magnificent plan ready if she doesn't come home? Do you even know how hard it is right now to look around everywhere and just see a piece of her somewhere? Sitting in the dining room chair, sitting on the couch, seeing a faint image of her coming through the door. There is not one place that I can look in here and not see a faint glimpse of her. I can hear her faint voice calling my name, and I feel like rushing upstairs to ask her what does she want. And people are asking me what I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't know what people want from me. I don't know what I'm going to do. The first thing I did when I came home, literally, the first thing I did, even though I knew she was in the hospital in ICU, the first thing I did was scream up the stairs, "Hey, Mom, I'm back. Do you need anything?" That was the first thing I did. And then it dawned on me. I had to bring her two cats downstairs, the two that adore her, because they are looking for her right now. They are literally meowing for her. People are asking me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. And I'm sorry I was an asshole. I was. Well, we're here for you. We'll help you when you need it. Or if you need it. We know what you're going through. I don't need patronizing. I don't need. I don't want pity. I just want somebody to let me scream and just sit there and listen to me. Does that make sense? I don't want pity. I don't want to be patronized. I just want somebody to hear me scream. I want somebody to hear my aggravation. I want somebody to hear my anger. I just want to be heard. It's just seeing everybody there. I mean, literally everybody, you got family, you've got her friends there. And it's just the only thing that could come, I didn't even say hello to anybody. I just said, wow, leave it to a tragedy to bring everybody together. That's what slipped out of my mouth. But at the same time, they don't these people knew her for years. And they act like, you know, they act hopeful. They're optimists. And I'm like, have you not met my mother here? Like, literally, don't just sit there and pretend that when she comes out of it, everything is going to go back to the way it was. She's still going to be stubborn. She's still going to have to be yelled at. Everybody's like, well, what could have been done differently? I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask her? I did everything I could think of. Why don't you ask her? Why don't you ask her why she didn't listen to anybody? Why don't you ask her why she thinks she knows everything? Why don't you ask her why, for once in her life, she couldn't just listen to one fucking person? You ask her why at times it's like dealing with a child. And I think what really, 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 really irks me right now, as well as all of that, but apparently, somewhere in the depths of darkness, I just got told tonight that my own mother had arrangements made for me, which are somehow part of her will, which I didn't even know about, which even adds to my anger right now. I don't know if I should be thankful. I don't know if I should be insulted. I don't know if I should be angry that she overstepped a boundary. I don't know. I don't know. But somewhere, somehow, without my knowledge, she made what were they called? What were they called again? Yeah, arrangements for me in case something happens. And I wasn't even consulted. I'm like, what do you mean she made arrangements? Oh, she made arrangements. We all knew about them. I didn't freaking know about them. What do you mean she made arrangements? Hey, you want to know what their answer? Well, we're not brave enough to tell you, so we'll let the lawyer tell you tomorrow morning when he gets here. I'm like, what? Excuse me? What do you mean? Wait till the lawyer get. What? Yeah, we don't think that it's our place to tell you what they were, so we'll let the lawyer tell you of her arrangements that she had made if the situation arises. So there's something else I have to look forward to tomorrow. Apparently, arrangements were made. I don't know what they are, but apparently I will find out. Apparently, everybody knew about them. Even the side of the family that we haven't talked to in years knew about the arrangements. I know what they are, but I know I'm not gonna like them. Then we got to the topic of, you know, if something should happen. That was a fun conversation. But like I said, that's already been put into motion. If something should happen, at least that's all set up. Nothing better happens. She better come home. She better get out of this. I demand she come out of this. I am not ready to give up. I'm not ready to give her up. I'm not. Nope. I'm not ready to be an orphan. I'm not ready to be an orphan. I want her back home where she belongs. Of course, I know that's not going to happen regardless. I know. I know she's never coming home. I know that. But I still want her to be home. I still want her home. But I understand that my wants and her needs are two different things. I may not like it. I may not accept it, but I'll tolerate it to a certain point. I only tolerate everything to a certain point. Everybody already knows this. I just don't know if I can get used to the silence. I really don't think I can get used to it. I don't think that I can get used to not hearing her yell for me. I don't think I can get used to her not coming through the door and yelling that she's home. Or asking, what do we need from the store this week? I don't know if I can get used to her not calling me and, like I said, asking her, oh God, what the hell does she want now? Or screaming, I'm live, go away. The silence is deafening. It's just a faint echo now. Images of the past. I don't think I can ever get over this or used to this. Hearing her yell at me, I saw my credit card. What did you buy now? I bought something for myself. I'll pay you back. Her yelling because her hair is too long and it's getting in her face. Or yelling at me because she misplaced her glasses again. I did, BB, I did. I told her she cannot leave me. Nope. Uh, I remember when she bought me my first bike. I, I remember when she bought me my first fishing pole. I got tangled up in it. That was fun. I remember when I got my first car and the first thing out of her mouth was, Lord help us. You know, I remember when she brought me my very first kitten. I also remember when she brought me my very first dog. I remember every year in school when we had to get those awful pictures taken. She was so proud. Yet I was the one sitting there going, oh God, why do we have to do this every damn year? You know, I remember, I actually remember this. We had a science project in school that involved two rats. and I was allowed to keep one of them. And I brought him home, and oh my God, my mother freaked out for a half hour. What do you mean the school let you have that thing? What do you mean they let you bring it home? What do you mean it's your pet now? Where are we going to stick it? Oh, great. Now you're telling me we have to go and get a cage for that thing. Oh, she was so mad at the school for that. She was so mad at the school. She actually called the school. I was like, what kind of nutcases are you people hiring over there? That was funny. I remember when I was younger, she took me to, well, how many was it? One. Okay, there was that one, that one, that one. Yeah, every year when I was a kid, she would take me to 3 different amusement parks. Never got on a ride. Nope. She was like, nope, I'm not getting on any ride with you. I don't care if it's a teacup ride. I'm not going on it. You go have your fun. I'll sit here and read a book. Party pooper. I remember when I was a kid, my mother actually bought me one of those easy bake ovens one year for Christmas. And I had the brilliant idea of doing something, and it exploded. And my mother just going, you blew it up? How could you blow it up? What did you put in it? You know, and I'm just sitting there going, it just went boom. It blew up. I remember that mess. That was, she's like, how could you blow it up? Well, I did. Like, how can you do that to an easy bake oven? That wasn't hard. Stick a little bit of Play-Doh in it, 2 Barbie dolls, some gummies. Poof! Yeah, I was a destructive child. I remember when I first turned 21, she actually went out and bought me a case of beer on my 21st birthday. Then I looked at her and I said, what? Nothing stronger? She's like, what? Yeah, I remember that. I was like, where's the good shit? Why are you holding out on me? I remember that too. My uncle got vodka, my granddad got whiskey, and all I got was a freaking case of beer. Whoopee! Don't I feel special? And then she looked at me and she said, "Oh, don't give me that. It's the thought that counts." And I looked at her and I said, "Yeah, well, your thought was awful shitty, wasn't it?" Never. Fun times. I remember the first time my mother ever let me drive her. She was like, "Oh my God, we're going to die." Slow down. Oh my God, we're going to get arrested. I'm like, "It's the interstate. Shut up and calm down." Me looking at her going, "I don't care what you do. You can yell, you can scream at me. Just don't pee on the seats." Her looking at me going, "Asshole." I remember one night she and a couple of her friends. This is true, and this is still funny to this day. And I'm sorry, I will never forget this. She and a few of her friends went out drinking, and you gotta remember we lived in a small town back then, so there wasn't really much traffic after midnight. And I understand that this is it's still wrong, but it was still funny as hell. Well, my mother and a couple of her friends went to a bar one weekend, and she was driving really slowly on the way home because she was a bit inebriated. So she was driving, about 5 to 10 miles an hour on a 50-mile-per-hour road, and she got pulled over by a cop. She looked at the cop and she said, "Hi, officer. How are you doing tonight?" "Hello, ma'am. You do realize, I got the whole play-by-play from her friend." He went like, "Hello, ma'am. You do understand you were doing 5 to 10 miles in a 50-mile-per-hour zone, right?" She looked at him and said, "Yes, I do know. I'm just being extra cautious in case of deer." "In case of deer, ma'am?" "Well, you never know. One might run across the road." "Ma'am, have you been drinking tonight?" "Why, no, officer. What would make you think that?" Officer made her get out of the car and take a breathalyzer test, and literally, literally, literally told her, "Ma'am, you are a bit intoxicated to drive. You are going to have to walk home. I cannot let you drive." So, yeah, this officer made her walk a half a mile home, leave her car behind. And when she got home, her friends told me the story, and she was like, "I cannot." She actually said this: "I cannot believe that young punk made me walk a half a mile home. I was not that drunk. I was just concerned about the deer." Even I looked at her like, "What deer? Where the hell is a deer going to come out from?" And she looked at me and she goes, well, you never know. They're deer. So I had to go and get her vehicle off the side of the road and bring it home. Interesting part, the same cop that pulled her over pulled me over. I looked at it. I was like, hello, how can I help you? Oh, you're the young punk that pulled over my mother. Oh, she's not happy with you. She don't like you. He looked at me. He's like, can I see your driver's license? I gave him my driver's license. Can I see your insurance? I gave him my insurance. And he's like, he even asked me, are you going to be driving the speed limit or are you going to be watching out for deer? I looked at him and I go, if you believe there are deer in this town, you are so gullible like my own. You are so gullible. You actually honestly think there are deer running around this town. Well, good on you. He just looked at me and said, you have a good night. And let me go. I got home, told mother what had happened, and she just looked at me and she said, I hate you. I hate you. That was fun. I hate you. Or the time, here's one. Here's one. I remember when we went to the pet shop one time because mom wanted birds and I was really young. Think I was like 9 or 10 and mom wanted birds. So we went to the pet shop to get her a couple parakeets. Well, the parakeets wouldn't stop chirping, you know? So I was like, okay, you know what? This is annoying. So I opened up the box and, I didn't think they would fly out of the box. I just thought they would perch on top of it just to look out and go, okay, we're all right, and pop back in. Nobody told me that they were going to jump out of the box and fly around. Mom's screaming at me, what did you do that for? I'm like, well, I thought they wanted to peek out. I didn't know they were going to fly out. Would you put those things back in the box? I'm looking at her like, well, and how do you propose I do that? They're flying around. I don't care how you do it, just get them back in the box. I got it back in the box. I did. I got it back in the box. Oh, yeah. I remember that one too. Oh, here's a story for you all. I used to have two pet ferrets. Okay. I used to have two of them. One was a regular ferret, and then one was a white ferret. And I would let them out of the cage, right? Well, the white one always ran up to my. Oh, it took about 15 to 20 minutes, Celia, to get the birds back in the box. Yeah, it took that long. You get one in, and then when you try to get the other one in, the one gets out. So it was like trying to wrangle and wrangle and whatnot. I was like, oh my God. We need a bigger box, Mom. I said that to her. I said, we need to go to Walmart. We need a bigger box. I remember her looking at me going, we are not going to Walmart to get a bigger box. You can put them back in there. You got them out. You can put them back in. I am not driving to Walmart with two birds flying around the car. But I remember this. I remember the white ferret. The white ferret was a mean little shit. I don't know why. I really don't. But whenever my mother was sleeping, the ferret would climb into her bed and just start biting her feet, and she'd be like, "What's biting me? What's biting me?" I remember one time I had let the ferrets out to play for a while, and mother just had come home from work, and she was extremely tired and exhausted. And I was doing something. I can't remember what I was doing, but I lost track of the ferrets. Well, I found one to put back in the cage. The white one, I was like, oh, where's the other one? Next thing I know, I hear a loud thud. Okay, literally, I heard a loud thud. And then she screams my name. Get this furry beast from hell out of my room. I ran upstairs and I looked at her and I said, what happened? She goes, never mind what happened. Get that thing out of my bed. What had happened is that she was in bed. She was sound asleep. Literally, sound asleep. The ferret made it into her bed, bit her, scared the crap out of her, that she actually fell out of bed. I remember that too, because she cursed me to high heaven when I said, stay there, I'm getting the camera. I remember her. She goes, you little bastard, you better not be getting a camera. You get back here right now and get this thing out of my room. I, I screamed back. I did do this. Okay, so yeah, I did earn the title that day for that name. But I screamed back at her. It's for prosperity. I need it for my memory journal. Besides, I think Grandma would like to see that angle of you. Oh, I was a horrible child. I I remember when one of her friends at her old job had a baby raccoon. Now, I've told this story, but I don't think a lot of people have heard it before. But mother brought home this raccoon. Okay, this raccoon was just a baby, just a baby. Okay, and for some odd reason, the raccoon loved me. He loved it when I played with him, when I roughhoused with him. However, he did not like my mother. I don't know why he didn't like my mother. I'm not really sure. But this raccoon was so smart that he actually learned my mother's schedule of when she was coming home from work and when she was going to work. Well, all of a sudden, out of the blue, he learned how to climb the bookcase that was right next to the front door. And and me being who I was, I didn't think anything of it. Okay, I just saw him on top of the bookcase, going, "Hi, are you looking down on everybody? Are you being a royal highness tonight?" I wasn't really thinking of anything, right? So I just walked back to my room, and I was flicking through my TV. And the next thing I heard, the door opened and there was a loud screech. I, I ran out of my room so fast. I was bumping into everything. You know, I was like, what the hell was that? And here is the raccoon just literally attacking my mother. Grab it, she would try to grab it off of her. He'd grab her hair. She'd try to smack it. He'd bite her ear. She'd like kind of tug on his tail. He would just smack her with his paw. It was funny. She's screaming at me, "Get this thing off of me!" Me, I'm rolling on the floor. I'm rolling on the floor. Stop laughing and get this thing off me, damn it! Oh my god. And he did that. He did that. He didn't do that once. He did it. He did it every time she walked through that door. And then she looked at me and she said, "That thing is evil." And then she looked at it and said, "Why do you hate me? I feed you." I remember after she said, "I feed you," he looked at her and did that stupid hiss sound or whatever. Like, "You feed me?" "Oh, I don't like that. You are not allowed to feed me. I don't want food from you." Oh my god. Oh, that was funny. Then she looked at me and she was like, "Why do we always get mean animals? Why? Why do we always get mean animals?" I looked at her and I said, "They're not mean to me." She had no words. She had no words for that. She had no words. She just stormed to her bedroom and slammed the door. Memories like that will never come again. Oh, they'll never come again. I remember my very first thunderstorm. Oh, I was scared out of my wits. She held me close, sang me a lullaby, and told me everything was going to be okay. We had a tradition. Every year on my birthday, she'd buy me an ice cream cake. Didn't matter how little we had or if we could afford it or not, she'd find a way. Even if she couldn't afford a really nice present, she'd find a way to buy me at least one or two items, so I would have something on my birthday. You know, I was one. Let's face it, I was a spoiled child. But you know what my most prized? Do you want to know what my most prized possessions are ever? Literally. My most prized possessions she ever bought me. And I know people are going to judge me for this, but one thing that I still have is my creepy crawler maker. I still have all the Power Ranger Zords. I still have all my original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. I don't know how she did it. I really don't know how she did it or how she managed. But a lot of these toys weren't cheap. Even back then, they weren't cheap. But somehow, she managed to buy a couple of them every year. I remember waking up one Christmas and seeing every Zord that I had asked for underneath the tree. I don't know how she did it, but she managed. I remember, and yes, I still have the original one. Well, not the original one, but the very first one I ever got. The very first Sea Monkey kit I ever got. I still have it. Mother got that for me when I was 5, 6, somewhere around there. Still have it. Still have it to this day. Never got rid of a lot. You know, when I was in foster care, she would always buy me stuffed animals. I have every one of them still. Every one. Every one she ever bought me. I have a couple of outfits from when I was a kid that I still have. They were my favorite outfits. A couple of them were Power Ranger shirts. I have a Power Rangers shorts. I have a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle outfits. I have them. Never got rid of them. Some things come and go. Oh, you I even have the very first black leather jacket that my mother bought me when I was 16. It was my very first motorcycle jacket, and I still have it. Never got rid of it. Never got rid of it. Some things you don't keep forever, but other things you hold on to. Other things you refuse to part with. I hope she is, Bella. I do. You want to know what? Okay, this may sound ultra girly and ultra gay, but you guys want to know what my most prized possession out of everything I have? My mother and my grandmother actually worked with each other for this. So a few years back, Barbie had these special collection dolls. They were the I Love Lucy collection. My mother and my grandmother actually went out and bought me those dolls. They're still in unopened packets. Never took them out. Never took them out. It was the only thing I wanted that year. The only thing I wanted were those damn dolls. I remember arguing about it with her. Boys don't need dolls. I want them. Give them to me. They're too expensive. Save up for them. We had an argument back and forth about that. Got him in the end. Got him in the end. Hey, I don't really why I wanted those dolls. Even today, I really don't know why I wanted those dolls. All I know is when I saw them, I wanted them. I had no idea why, but I wanted them. I'm like, This is the only thing on my wish list this year. Those dolls. Give them to me. And yes, it still surprises me to this day that they actually got them for me. Do you want to know what else that I was given, Celia? Back in 1995, I was wondering what to get. What I wanted that year. I think it was 95. I don't remember. I think it was in the 90s somewhere. But I remember walking down the aisle, and the one thing that I really also wanted that year was the Wizard of Oz collection. Now, my mother and my grandmother didn't actually get those from me, but my mother worked with my uncle to help get them for me. So, because of my mother, my uncle actually got me the Wizard of Oz Barty collection. Lord, I owe that woman so damn much. And before people ask, yes, I was an only child, so I was spoiled. I was spoiled. No, I didn't get everything I wanted. I didn't get everything I wanted. I got what I wanted that was within reason. That's the best way to put it. If it was within reason. Like if I wanted a $400 to $500 electric Hot Wheel thingy for 4 to 5 year olds, that's not something I would ever get. Because that would be out of reason. That would be out of bounds. Everything that I got pretty much has a memory to it. But the ones that I admire the most are just the items that really mean the most to me. Like, I can get rid of everything. I can get rid of everything I own. Computer, monitor, my phone. I can get rid of all of that, but I will never get rid of the important things that I really, 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 really adore. I know a lot of people are going to go, oh my God, he was a Power Ranger fan. Yeah, I was a Power Ranger fan. I got all the Zords from every season. I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love that little car that you stick a piece of pizza into it and it flings it out. Oh, that was so much fun. Gotta love those Barbie doll collections, though. See, you can tell what I really, really love because I remember when I got them, how I got them, and I'm still shocked I got them. Oh, I have a couple of shirts here that I got a few years ago. This is true. This is so true. They are so ugly, but I only got them because they irritated my mother. She looked at them and she was like, "You are seriously going to wear that?" I looked at her and I go, "Do you like it? That is the most hideous thing I have ever seen." I go, "Good, because I got 5 of them." That was funny. I remember annoying her so much. I do. I remember. I see. There's another way I found out to annoy my mother. Like, I don't like sports. I don't watch sports, but I'm really into the idea of supporting my the university team here in my state. So if I see anything, that I like by them, I'm like, "Mom, look what I found. I found this. I gotta have this. This is a coat. This is a jacket. This is an athletic suit. Gotta have that. These are socks. These are boxers. You don't need all this crap." Yes, I do. And I found shoes and a hat to match. Oh, and if it gets cold or rainy, I found mittens. I remember every year I would do that. Because every year I got new clothes, a new coat and whatnot. Oh my God, it would annoy her. She was like, "But you don't even like sports." I go, "I know that." "Well, why do you buy this crap?" "Because it annoys you, of course." Every year it'd be the same fight over and over again. She'd be like, "You are not getting that. You're putting it back." "No, I need them, okay?" She'd be like, "No, you need to put." Did you not tell me growing up that I should support the causes I believe in? "Oh crap, you don't believe in sports." "No, but I believe in my state." "Oh crap." Shopping with us was a hoot. It was a hoot. I also remember her one time telling me, this is, I remember one time going, I know I said this one before, but it's still funny because it embarrassed her. She wanted me to go get her some, pads or tampons or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I can't tell. I don't know what the difference is between pads or tampons, so excuse my ignorance. But I went down the aisle and she said she wanted pads. Well, I looked at the lady who was doing there, and I'm like, okay, I'm new to this whole thing right here, but which ones are the pads and which ones are the tampons? And she pointed me to the pads, and I go, Mom, do you want the winged or do you want the wingless? Do you want the normal or do you want the heavy duty? I screamed that so loud, everybody on Walmart heard it. And she's like, oh, forget it now. Just get your butt over here. Never ask that again from me. I I remember. Oh my god, that wasn't the worst thing I ever did to my mother. That wasn't the worst thing. God, where were we? I think we were in Walgreens when this happened. Yeah, we were in Walgreens. She was shopping for something. I don't know what she was in there for. I can't remember. But she asked me to go get what was it? Jesus Christ. It was something that she wanted. I can't remember what it was. Forgive me. But I remember going down the aisle and looking at the adult diapers, and I'm like, Mom, are you sure you don't want these? These say that it stops leaks for 12 hours. And they're about your size. I think you would be better off getting a box of these. My mother was mortified. She grabbed me by the arm and she dragged me out of that store. She was like, you ever do that again to me in public, I will whip your butt. God, I was horrible. I was horrible. Oh, the look of shame on her face. or the times I would go to Walmart with her, she'd be in the store, And yes, I'm horrible, I know, but yeah, why stop there? I remember going into Walmart with her a few times, and I remember that I would have to fart once in a while, and I would just let one go right beside her, and if people looked, they'd be like, don't look at me. I don't know this woman. She just let out a great big one. And my advice is do not come down this aisle for a while. It stinks. And then I would walk away. My mother be standing there going, she'd be giving me that look like, oh, you are going to get it. You are going to get it. Oh, I'm going to hell. I'm going to hell. Oh my God, I just remembered that. Damn. I think I was 15 when I did this. It was Halloween. Mother had just come home from work and it was storming outside. Okay. Well, the power went out. So mom thought she would just go to bed, right? I'm like, okay, you go to bed. Bye. Sleep well. See you later. I waited until she was in a deep sleep, grabbed a flashlight, slowly crept into her room, and I was like, Mom, Mom, Mom. Oh, what? Somebody's in the house. What do you mean somebody's in the house? Mom, somebody's in the house. Wait, somebody's in the house? I remember her waking up and then I turned the flashlight on and I went, boo! And she went, ah! And she flew out of bed and landed on her ass. Oh my God, that was so funny. She's screaming at me every vulgarity she knows. And I looked at her and I was just, I looked at her and I said, well, Mom, technically I wasn't lying. There was somebody in the house. I'm here, aren't I? Good night. And I walked out of her room. Oh my God. Oh, no, the things I did to her. The things I did to her. Oh my God. Oh. I know, I was horrible. That wasn't the only time I was horrible to her. Oh, yeah. No, I think the other horrible thing that I did to her. Okay, it was 4th of July. I think I was. I remember. Well, I guess age doesn't matter, but I remember it was the 4th of July weekend. Me, her, and some of her friends and some of my friends went to the lakes to go swimming. Right? And she waddled into the water and I was just watching her, just observing, just watching her. And I was like, okay, I have an idea. Oh, yes, I had an idea. Well, I waited for her to start floating on her back because that's usually what she did. And I waited for her to get all nice and relaxed, just no cares in the world, no, nothing to worry about, yada, yada, yada. Well, I then went into the water and I put on my snorkel. And I decided to play Creature from the Black Lagoon. I remember just slowly swimming underneath her. And she's not even realizing what I'm doing. Okay, she's not even paying attention. I just slowly swam underneath her, and then I made a go for it. I grabbed her and pulled her under. She went back up, screaming, "Oh my God, help me!" Pulled her back under. She got free, screamed, "Oh my God, something's got me! Help!" Pulled her back under. Oh my God! I did that for a good 5-10 minutes. Then I let her go, and then me being me, I just kind of swam toward the other side, and then I got out of the water, and she was on the shore, and she was like, "Where the hell were you? Something grabbed me in there and tried to drown me." Really? Uh, Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Where were you? I went to the bathroom. What do you mean something grabbed you? I'm telling you, something grabbed me and tried to drown me. No. How could something grab you? I'm looking around. I'm like, did you all see anything? Everybody's looking. One of her friends pipes up and said, "Well, something dragged her under." Oh, I'm like, "Well, did you see what it was?" And she was like, "No." I'm like, "Well, how do you know something grabbed her then?" And she's like, "I saw hands." Okay, you saw hands. Are you sure they weren't her? No, they weren't her hands. Something grabbed her. I'm like, okay. And then I look, I was like walking away, like, I don't know these people. And then I looked back and I was like, look, whatever you guys are smoking, you need to start sharing it with me. Okay? Because I would love to share the delusions with you. Yeah, I know. I was horrible. I was really horrible. You know, maybe I am evil. Maybe I am evil incarnate. Oh, it was so fun to terrorize my mother. Yes. I know, people. I know, yes. I was a horrible child. Oh, I had so much fun. Is anybody still here, or am I talking to myself? Did I scare everybody away? Oh, I think I scared everybody. I think I scared everybody away. Whoopsies. And, yeah, there are so many memories I have with her. There are just so many memories. So many. I don't know if this is premature, considering maybe, you know, I know that she can come out of it. Like, her doctors are hoping she's coming out of it. Well, that she'll come out of it. They're really hopeful. But I'm going to run this because I actually want honest opinions. I don't want people to cater to, oh, it's a good idea, it's a bad idea, it's this idea and whatnot. So I'm just going to ask, I'm just going to run this by. So while I was at the hospital talking to everybody, you know, everybody's worried about me and what's going to happen to me. And considering this house is way too big. The memories I can live with, but it's way too big. I think I'm going to sell it and move back to my hometown. Her friends and part of our family are they actually they actually pop the idea of, why don't you move back to your hometown? At least because they brought it up like, at least she'll be around people she knew, and you'll be around people that you somewhat know, and we can keep an eye on you. Or, they can be there if I need something. I don't know. Like, I understand their point that they're concerned with me. Well, not concerned with, but concerned about me. But I don't know if it's like concern out. Like, I understand, okay, I do. But it's like, I don't want them to be concerned out of pity. It's okay if they're actually concerned, but at the same time, I don't want them to be concerned out of pity. Like, well, you'll be, it's kind of like, oh, well, he's going to be alone. He's not going to have anybody to hang around with, like that. Like, I don't want pity. But a few of them floated the idea to move back there. But it's like, it's kind of like I'm torn right now. You know what I mean? Like, I understand what their point is, but in the long run, what is going to be good for me? Does that make sense to anybody? Like, where do like I said earlier, I've taken care of her for so long that where does my next chapter begin? I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, Archie will tell you, this this house has its quirks. Oh, it has its quirks. I really don't want to move though. I hate moving, but it's just so big for one person. I can't. It's a 5 bedroom, 2 bathroom house. Can I really justify being the only one living here? Can I really justify that? Oh, I know Artsy. And I know Celia. And I know Sherry. See, what I really, 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 I know this is stupid, but what I would really like to do is get my RV and just travel the US, Canada, and Mexico. Well, parts of Mexico. Not every part of Mexico, but parts of it. But can you really see me with 3 dogs and 6 cats driving in an RV? Oh, that'll be a fun thing to do. Here, oh, that would be content for my channel. Okay, we are about ready to leave. I'm gonna put the cameras on. We are going live. You can watch the disaster unfold. And there they go. The cats are already going to hide. The dogs are looking for the cats. Oh, that was a sharp turn. There goes the dogs flying one way. The cat's flying the other way. Oh, hard stop. There goes the cat flying forward. I could see that happening. I really could. Oh my god, imagine if I hit a pothole. Holy crap. Ping! Ping! Well, they were sleeping. Now they're flying. Oh my god. That'd be one for the books, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, Harry. Nervous breakdown. Oh my god. I'm alive, no less. Oh my god. It'd be very interesting watching 3 dogs and 4 cats in an RV. That silence is killing me. Oh Lord, that woman better pull through. Well, I was thinking of blasting my stereo. I might scare the neighbors. Oh, I know what she would be saying if she was home. I want ice and I want water. Bring me a bowl of ice cream. I want extra chocolate syrup. Or, I've lost my glasses again. They flew off. Or, I broke my glasses again. Can you glue them together? What are you cooking in the kitchen? Are you going to bring me some? I lost the remote to my TV. I lost the remote to my bed. Or, my favorite one, I've fallen out of bed. Come and help me. That one was funny. Yeah, I know what you'd be saying. I got them all down pat. Now, I am going to answer this one. So, people are going to be asking, why didn't you just stay in the hospital with her? Well, that's very simple. There's really no change into her. There's really no change. I haven't slept yet. My aunt and my uncle are there with her right now. So, it's not like I left her alone. The one thing that I think the one, well, I don't know if that's one of the good things that came out tonight. I mean, they did show up, so I guess that would, yeah. But one of the good things tonight is my uncle brought with him my late grandma's, um, oh God, I forgot what it was called. It was some sort of, it was like a blanket chest or something like that. Can't remember what you call them. But mom has always wanted that, and he actually brought it with him. He's going to be bringing it over Thursday, I think. It's a hope chest. That's what it was called, a hope chest, I think. It used to belong to my grandmother. It was the one thing that my mom wanted, and my uncle decided to be civil about it and actually give it to her. Regardless, he's at least giving it to her now. My aunt is now, before my grandmother died, my grandmother made a CD for me. One of those bank CDs. I forgot what you call them. But my aunt started another one for me, she except this time she's going to start it at 1,000. A few of my mom's friends are going to be coming over this week. They're going to be bringing me groceries, and I've got three of my friends coming this week to bring dog food, and cat litter. I know a couple of her friends are going to bring me some cooked meals. Uh, I like cooking my own food. I don't like eating other people's food. But it's still the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. My uncle, my uncle is going to get me a 3-month bus pass so I don't have to use my truck that much. So I can at least get around to get the little things that I need or that I want. Let me tell you, filling up my truck is expensive. That motherfucker is staying parked in the driveway until I can convert it to electric. One of her, I can't remember which one of her friends, but one of her friends is going to take the cockatiels. So they'll have a new home. And then the rest, I guess I'll plan as I go. Figure it as we go. That was funny. So one of mom's coworkers was bringing me home, and he was like, "God damn, you're as loud as your mom." And I looked at him and I said, "I can go louder. Do you want me to go louder?" Piss that motherfucker. I am my mom's child. My mother taught me how to properly scream. He's like, "No, you don't need to scream." Yeah, he was driving me home, and the entire time I was like, Are you sure you know where you're going?" "Yes, I know where I'm going." Are you sure you know where you're going?" "Yes, I know where I'm going." "But you stopped asking me if I know where I'm going." "Look, I'm just making sure if you know where you're going. If you get lost, I'm right here. I'll let you know when you go." "I don't need help. I know where I'm going. I've been to your place once." "You've been once?" That's like me telling you, "Well, I've been to Timbuktu one time, but I can't tell you how to get there." And he looked at me and said, "Oh, shut up." I looked at him. I said, "I will not shut up. How dare you get that tone with me?" And he was just like, and I looked at him and I said, "Damn, no wonder mom calls you a pain in her ass. You're a pain in my ass." He just looked at me and he said, "Just shut up." I'm just trying to be helpful. "You are not being helpful. You're being a dick." I go, "I'm just being helpful. How dare you call me a dickhead? I'm just making sure you know where you're going." "I know where I'm going. Thank you very much." "Okay, okay. I just don't want to get lost going around in a circle for 3 hours, okay? If you say you know where we're going, you know where we're going. He doesn't know where we're going. I was saying that, and he's just like, here, rolling his eyes. he mumbled, God damn, you're worse than your mother. I go, oh, I could be worse than her. Oh, do you want to, oh, you want to flip that switch? I was looking I actually, did something I wasn't supposed to, but I did. I looked at him, and he was starting to get agitated and irritated with me a little bit. And I looked at him and I said, the way you are flapping your hands about and your mannerisms right now, and even before then, I'm going to take a guess that you are at least bisexual. But I'm gonna lead on the side of gay, on the side of gay. Aren't gay people supposed to be happy and friendly? He looked at me, he said, I am happy and friendly. I go, no, you're agitated, dear boy. You're agitated. You're agitated, you're irritated, you're belligerent. You've got anger issues. Aren't you people supposed to be happy? And he looked at me and said, what do you mean, you people? I am fine and dandy. I am happy. See, I'm happy. I'm smiling. Don't look happy. That don't look like a smile. No, that looks like a sign of frustration. Why are you frustrated? He Oh, he grabbed the wheel really tight. I could tell I was getting to him. He was just like, I am done. And then one of mom's friends calls, and she was like, so, we need to talk. And I'm like, yes, we do need to talk. You do realize that you have made me go home with a very angry I am not angry. Wow, you really are angry. And he's like, I'm not angry. You're just irritated. I go, I'm not irritated. I'm just asking if you know where we're going. He's like, oh my God, he won't stop. And mom's friend's on the phone going, like mother, like son. That's all I can say. And he's like, why didn't you warn me about him? And she's like, it wasn't in my position to warn you about anything. Click. And she hung up. I heard him mumble underneath his breath going, bitch. He turned, we were getting home, he was turned the right way. And then I was like, okay, now you gotta turn here, right? Yeah, gotta turn here. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, now you turn here. No, you turn here. Okay. I'm like, are you sure you've been to our place before and it's not some sort of an imagined scene that you played in your He's like, don't you I'm once I drop you off, that's it. I'm like, don't get mad at me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just being helpful. You don't have to yell. Okay, calm down. You can go home and rub one out, and maybe that'll make you feel better. Is that your problem? Are you sexually frustrated? He looked at me and he said, you motherfucker! He started going, whether I'm sexually frustrated or not is not your business. So you are sexually frustrated. Okay. Everything makes sense. Well, like I said, once you drop me off, you can go home and rub one out. You can pull out your blow up doll, whatever gets you off. You'll be home very soon, and then you can do whatever you want. He's like, oh my God, I am going to kill you. I'm just sitting there going, okay, now you turn. Now you turn this way right here, okay? He's like, so this gets to, so we're getting closer, right? So I'm paying attention, to everything going on. And, he kept going straight and going straight. I'm like, stop! He's like, what? I go, I live here. He goes, oh. I'm like, you said you were at my place before. What do you mean you know where I live if you were going to keep on driving by? See, I knew you didn't know where you were going. He's like, I did know where I was going. I go, you almost went past my house. How is that knowing where you're going? He's like, get the hell out. Get the fuck out of my car. Get the fuck out. Oh, he's going to have a complex for days. I could see, I did turn around though, I could see him banging his head against the wheel, going bang, bang, bang. I'm just like, you need to be careful. You don't want to bang too damn hard. You don't want to lose whatever little brain cells you have. I mean, after all, you claimed to have been here, but apparently you are going to keep on going. He flipped me off and he drove off. I'm like, that's rude. Probably artsy, probably. Yeah, he was not happy when he went home. I know, I'm an asshole. I know I am. I can't help myself. I really can't. Uh, I think the biggest comeback I ever had was we were all discussing something. Me and three of our coworkers. One of the coworkers was the one that drove me home. One of the coworkers was the one that drove me to the hospital. And the other coworker was just there, to show moral support and whatnot. And we were leaving the hospital, and I was just like, I don't know what the hell they were talking about, but I blurted out, gee, no wonder you and my mother get along. You all share one brain cell between the lot of you. You're all on the same level. And they looked at me and was like, what do you... I'm like, well, I'm guessing my mother has the brain cell this week, considering the three of you are a little bit cuckoo. They were like, what the hell do you mean? I'm like, don't worry about what I mean. I'll come to head to you when one of you gets the brain cell back. Then you can explain it to the other people. Yes, I know. I'm an asshole. But I'm a fun one. No, Gigi. No, I'm not. You'll have to rewind it. But the synopsis of it all is there's no change, and we. Well, I made the decision that if her heart fails, she will not be resuscitated. Everything is at max right now, and they're doing everything they can, but it's up to her right now. There's nothing else they can do. So they did say that, well, they did say that it was the first night. She is in critical condition, but they're not, like, I don't know how to put this. Like, they can't give me, like, I asked what her diagnosis is, like, what's her chances, like, whatnot. They wouldn't give me one. Well, they pretty much said that it's in her court. It's up to her now. They can't do any more to her. Well, any more for her. But it is the first night. So they're not really going to do any, like, they're hopeful that she'll pull out of it. So they're not really going to make any determination right away. They are going to wait a few days and see how it goes from there. But the doctor did tell me, well, one of the doctors, did say, this, that, and whatnot. And now everybody, and then everybody that was there is, pretty much asking me, well, what's going to happen to you? What are you going to do? And, it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I am going to have, but Artsy and Celia and BB and a few others in here, all right, I am going to have to start making a plan on what to do just in case. I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do for myself. What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Do I want to move or do I want to stay? Like, I'm going to have to begin planning soon just in case. And to be honest, I don't know what the hell I want to do. I really don't. I don't really know what to do. I, you know, but even if, but this is how it was put, Gigi. Even so, even if she does come out of it, oh God, she needs to come out of this. I'm not ready to give her up. I'm not ready to be an orphan. But even if she does come out of this, she is going to be put into a medical facility, not a nursing home or an assisted living. It is going to be literally a 24-hour medical facility where she will be monitored around the clock. She will not be coming home. And the way that I was told is that she will never be coming home. Even if she pulls through and gets her strength back, she will be literally living in the facility. So, regardless, she's not coming home. That part of my life is officially over. Even if she lives to be 70, 80, 90, she'll never be home. She has pretty much pushed herself too far. About the same, Bella. About the same. I feel like shit. I'm angry. I'm hurt. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry again. I don't want to cry again. But she's never coming home. My life, well, you know, I'll just say it even though it sounds weird, but my life of looking after her and taking care of her ended. The only way I will be seeing my mother if she makes it through this is in a facility. So either way, I still end up in the quietness. Echoes of her voice and images of memories. To know I'm never going to see her walk through that door again. To know I'm never going to have to help her look for her glasses and scream at her, going, "You need to put them up." Or listening to her occasionally call me an idiot just because I accidentally do something stupid. I told her not to go to work. That was the last thing I said to her. He said, "Don't go to work." Yeah, I did talk to her Monday morning for a little bit, but you couldn't understand her because the phone was fucked up. She couldn't hear me. I could hear, but she couldn't hear me, but I could hear her. So I don't count that part. Don't. My last memory is her in her work outfit, sitting in the chair, complaining that she can't get up because she got stuck in it again. And then to see her hooked up to machines. But, but that's the last image I can see of her clearly. Her in her chair, wearing her work uniform. That's the last image I have. I told her, "Don't go to work." I told her not to. But that is the last image I can actually picture clearly. I remember that conversation too. she she was yelling at me because I slept in and she had monster glasses and she found them. And then she was like, "I can't get out of the chair. I'm stuck." Then I told her, "Well, then don't go to work. If you can't get up, don't go to work." Oh, God. What's the last image I have of her? The last clear image. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to feel her. I told her, don't go to work. If you're having trouble, just stay home. Just stay home. I don't. I just want her back. I just want her home. I know I can't have her home, but damn it, I want to be selfish. I want her to wake up. I want her to wake up and be herself again. I want her to just wake up and ask, where is my son? Or why am I here? Just something. I want her to wake up. I just want her to wake up. I just want her to just wake up. She has been so much of my life. It's not that I'm afraid of being alone, it's that I'm afraid of losing her. I just want her to wake up. I want her to wake up and throw a shoe at the nurse like she did earlier. That was funny. I just want my mother back. It is so hard. It is so hard. She's supposed to be here. She is supposed to be at home. She is not supposed to be on some freaking table in the hospital. She is not supposed to be there. There's that echo again. I can hear her screaming for me. I can hear the echo. This is not right. I know I'm being selfish, but I'm just not ready to let her go. I'm just not ready to let her go. Oh, I'm just not ready to let her go yet. She needs to wake up. The pain is real. I'm not going to be nobody's little boy. I hope she wakes up. And the shocking thing is that she was out of breath earlier when she called me, but she was talking, and then all of a sudden she just crashed. Just boom. She was sitting up, she was talking, and the next thing, boom. Heidi, my mother is in ICU on life support. And right now it's touch and go. They can't do any more than what they are. She is on life support. She is in a medically induced coma on life support. Every machine is maxed out, and her oxygen in her lungs is still at 87%, but it's even lower in her bloodstream. She has pneumonia and a bacterial infection because of that pneumonia. There is literally nothing more they can do. It's all on her now if she wants to live or give up. She went to work Sunday morning, well, Sunday afternoon. These are the events that transpired, Heidi. So I'm going to explain what happened. She went to work Sunday afternoon. She was wheelchaired into the building because she couldn't catch her breath. Then she was wheeled to the bathroom. Then she was wheeled to the activity room where she was supposed to work. All of a sudden, she had a hard time breathing. So she called her doctor, and her doctor told her to go to the hospital. She was sent to the hospital again in a rescue squad. Well, yesterday morning, Monday morning, one of her coworkers went in to visit her. She was sitting in a chair, but they noticed that one side of her face was swollen. But she was talking. She was sitting up in the chair. She was doing what she needed to do. By 2 p.m., she had completely crashed and went into ICU on life support. Right now, they are focusing on her. She's got literally 3 doctors working on her right now. She's got a lung doctor working on her. She's got a pulmonary doctor working on her. The third doctor, I guess, works in infections and things like that. She's got 3 doctors right now working on her. Their first thing that they're working on is trying to get her lungs to go back to capacity. Then they are going to work on getting fluid out of her system. But right now, she is completely on life support, and it's totally up to her. She has been put into a medical coma, like I said. They're giving her antibiotics to fight the infection. But this is all in her court. My aunt and my uncle right now are at the hospital with her. I went to the hospital earlier because the doctor that was there requested that I go because she was in pretty bad shape. They did notice that when I came in the room and I started kind of yelling at her, going, "What the hell happened?" They did notice that her heartbeat did go up a little bit. Not much. It wasn't like, a 10 beat thing. It was like 1 or 2. But it did go up a little bit. A little bit. But not anything that you would go, "Oh, wow, that's interesting." And to continue on to that notion, Heidi, if she gets out of this or if she wakes up yeah, when she wakes up, she will not be coming home. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. She is going to be put into a medical care facility full time. So either way, she's not coming home. The way that it was put to me, or the way that I understood, well, the way that I took it, is that this pneumonia kicked her. This was left over from her first pneumonia, okay? But this time it's literally kicked her system. So when she wakes up, she will have to be under care 24/7 for the rest of her life. Either way, my mama's gone. Either way. Either way. But right now, it's touch and go, and it's up to her. She is also on a do not resuscitate list because, given what is going on, it would do more damage than good. So if her heart fails, that's the end of it. And that's my life right now. You know, like I said earlier, everybody's asking me, well, what are you going to do? Where are you go? You know, what are you going to do? What's your plan? Like, I don't know my plan. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know, Heidi, and I appreciate that. I really do. And I said this earlier. I've always took care of her. It's going to be really different learning how to take care of just myself. I lived a good portion of my life taking care of her, making sure she's comfortable, making sure she's looked after, even though she's been a pain in my butt most of the time. But knowing that regardless, she won't be coming home. It's going to be awfully quiet around here. Actually, it is quiet. Like, literally, nothing is stirring right now. Not even the animals. It's a dead quiet. Oh, hold on. No, Black Cat, I had a phone call. I am so sorry, everybody. Okay, something weird is going on. I mean, really weird. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, my mother apparently is an enigma of science right now. I knew she loved making my life a living hell. I knew it. I knew it. I bloody well knew it. Mm-hmm. Pain in my ass. No, Black Cat, I had a phone call. That's why I was muted. All right. All right. So I got an update. So she's not breathing on her own yet, but the but her oxygen intake right now is at 96%. No change except that the oxygen intake is up higher, but she's not breathing on her own yet. But there's hope. There's hope. I hope she wakes up. She better wake up. I'm not. No, no. She better wake up. She better be fighting this. Yeah, it's still. It's still touch and go, but her oxygen intake is a little bit better now. It went up a full almost 11%. So I did get a little bit more information. So I've already spewed out too much information as it is, but oh well. So we found out the water retaining issue finally. Mm-hmm. Don't know if that's a good thing or not, but we found the issue. And that is going to be something they are going to be working on later on today, I believe. But we found the issue for for her stupid fluid issues. So hopefully that'll be straightened out a little bit. But we did learn that now she is fully diabetic. So, without keeping you all in suspense, so mother was borderline diabetic. Her kidneys are not properly draining the excess, so to speak. Her blood sugar is low, which is one problem. So they're giving her sugar water to bring her sugar levels up a bit. but they are going to drain the kidneys later today. That'll take care of that issue a little bit. She's still not breathing on her own, and she still not has woken up, but they're getting closer, I guess, to the answers of what's going on. Now, the doctor said that it's a slight improvement, but the doctor didn't say if it was a good sign or a bad sign. The doctor just said be hopeful. So that's fun. Yay. Her blood oxygen level is still a bit low, but it's slowly improving. Yeah, they're going to be working on it, Artsy, later on today. I'm not sure what they're going to do. But I'm not going to the hospital today. So I will go tomorrow. Doctor told me there's really no reason for me to go there unless something really changes. So, and like I said, my aunt and my uncle are there. My cousin is supposed to be coming over in a little bit so he can crash out. I'm like, oh joy, more. Oh look, family, whee, yay! I haven't seen him since he was a freaking baby. So yeah, they found the kidney issue. They're gonna work on that later. Her oxygen improved a bit. Then they realized her thyroid pill wasn't working. They gave her too low of a dose for her thyroid. Oh, she better pull through this. I told him if he is coming over, he needs to pick me up a pack of smokes. He's like, wait, what? I have to buy you a pack of smokes and stay at your house? I go, yeah, you don't stay here for free. Nobody does. You want to stay here? I get a pack of smokes. He said, that was unfair. And I said, that's not unfair. You're staying here. I want smokes. He said, I'm bringing you breakfast. I'm like, yeah, I want smokes. You're old enough. You're like, fine. But at least there's been a slight improvement. But she's still not breathing on her own. Which they did say that when she starts breathing on her own, she'll probably be past the critical stage. But some of her vital signs are starting to improve. So I'm happy on that notion. Yay! Yeah, but the bacteria is still in there along with, the pneumonia and there. What? Uh, oh, I hope she pulls through. Let her pull through. I want my mother. She better pull through. Yeah, I hope he's still here. I hope I didn't run him off when I was on mute. I have never had so many people call me like this before. My phone has been blowing off the hook. Uh-uh. I know mine works. I've never had this many phone calls in my life. That is a lot of freaking phone calls. Okay, wait, where am I? Well, her breathing, well, Her oxygen levels have improved, but she's still in a medical induced coma and she's still not breathing on her own. Then they found out that her kidneys aren't working right, so they're going to work on those later on today. But it's still kind of touch and go right now, sadly. So it's a waiting game, but her oxygen levels did improve. Her blood oxygen levels improved slightly, not much. But I'm hopeful that this is a sign that she is turning around. I'm really hopeful. Yeah, I am hoping by later today or tonight, something really good is going to happen. I am actually praying for that. I really hope that something good is going to happen. Well, I am going to go and take a shower and I am going to get some sleep. I appreciate everybody that has been listening to rant to me for 3 hours. I will keep everybody posted if something happens or if something changes. I'll probably be back later on in a bit, but I am going to go take a shower and I am going to take a nap. I will see you all later. I hope you have a great morning. Once again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. I do. You do not know how much it means to me that you are all here just listening to me rant, rave, cry, yell, scream. I really do appreciate it. You all have a great day, and I shall see you soon.